YAHWEH is with. You'll bow in my presence. I am the Almighty One of heaven, known to you as the Christ. I have not been to these meetings for much of my time, for my lower self records these events in the records of love, to the dominion of heaven, to the Brinhalla plane, cornflower blue in essence, studied with the rituals of many men, prophets and saints, disease and torture, love extreme as my Yeshua, the greatest being to ever walk this earth, in my presence, overshadowed in his right, as my Son of the Messiah, the glorious one of Jehovah. Myself, in a form yet knew not, upon this plane and dimension of my being. This house is risen, and so I can come and share my thoughts and attributes with the glorious ones that come forth to examine my work. It is nice to come to a house that welcomes me and is not afraid to sit in my presence. For much would terror and run at the force that I can exert when I will, to make planets spin backwards, forwards, do loops with my hand, destroy things and reassimilate them, as I did in the beginning times, and all such was in my name. I have a right to do what I will. And this planet is mad at this time. Such violence, such hatred, such war. I gave them everything, and yet they shook it to death with bombs and the like. This is not my will, and it will not continue, for I will not have in my life up above, down beneath, and in all places where my spirit exists, in essence, in life, in light, in love, in all essence of beauty, beyond and beyond, above and below, within and all around. This is my name that Jehovah willed for this night's grace upon this being of which she was not informed. But you, my friends, will gather the essence of my portrait in time. None know the face of my being, for it has not been shown upon this world. It is too sacred even to speak of in much. But this is a rare opportunity for me to come and speak with friends of old ages. and recollect thoughts of my being in their presence, when they came to sit at my feet and learn of my wisdom, my ways, my opportunities for growth. This is nice to share with friends in a house that has erupted not with bombs and bullets and missiles, falling buildings, people screaming, floods, terrible torture in ways I cannot comprehend. It is not nice to look upon in my essence, and I will not have. I try to reason, but they look not. They hear not. They care not. They just want to kill and slaughter the earth and all my presence, living simultaneously all around them. They cannot feel it. They cannot teach it. They cannot observe it. I am blind to their presence. I will. I love. I care more deeply than any of them know. But I cannot have this torture to myself. I will not let. It is killing millions of other folks, of my dominions. They are suffering. Their torture is great, and they know not. They feel not. They care not. All they have is disgrace of their own doing. And I limit this to make this world survive. It is too fragile in much from the damage done to it over the eras of my creation of beauty and beyond to other universes. And I will not have that fractured. For the essence of the West and the Middle East in conflict, and now Russia and China get involved, with Turkey and Kurdistan, although that has not yet begun. But it is in the wake of the rest. Just watch my words. I prophesy this to you all. Take care of your beings. You are precious to my beyond, and I love you all dearly, and always have. And this you have known, the long eras of my growth of your souls, as I watched from the heaven states, the many mansions of my peace, and I am glad that you survived, and so many have corrupt and fallen and hit the dust. What was once my bed of flowers, beautiful trees and glorious aromas, gifted to you all to partake and share and heal your beings from things done over the ages. And now it is a dust bowl of smashed rocks, sand, no water with it, evaporated in the desert's heat, dried up my rivers, blown up my mountains, killed my dominion, and I must take control, as they will not take dominion of what they were given, and rule for myself. I will not have this. It is cruel to the rest, and to yourselves if you but knew it. It decimates great beings in the star kingdoms that are connected with this earth, and it is not good for their resonance either, for it affects their thinking as to why this is happening in this star world of your region of the 12th universe of Christ adored. He watches, he submits reports, gathers to his being what he can, heals all he can, but they listen not. Just like you few gathered here this evening, of which I am privileged to be among, and I am glad to have. You are my faithful, my risen, my glorious ones of old that have come back into the magnitude of God of which I watch, and so sincerely smile at for your efforts to maintain your risen status in my hands, with the divine one of grace and peace, beauty and love. And now I depart. I have said my piece. Lord Francella wished to speak, but I beat him in, and he waits at my side. If you will let him, he will come now, as I depart the host of my grace, to head back to the star regions, at the centre of all creation, around which I reside, in the majority of my essence, of your time, as it is called, in your dominion. Now be of grace, be of love, be of peace, be my servants in the beyond, and in this realm, as much as you can abide the violence is taking place in its essence, and be a modulator to calm what you can in your meditations, in your thoughts. And this world will remain in my name as the one who created it, and make its decisions from now on. Mankind are not capable. They have proved this. In the West and in the East. And it makes me deeply sad. For they were given a risen opportunity of growth, and they squandered it to make war on their friends and all my love that surrounds them. It is so sad. I cannot remain. This is not peace in your world, nothing, and I suffer much for coming. I step back. Adieu, my friends. Peace be with you. And God's grace evermore be upon the heads, the hearts, and the brow of my beloveds as I look around this room. I welcome you all for coming. But step back, I must. Francella awaits.